They're set.
I'm just waiting on the tender.
All gates filled. The lead rope hoisted out the back of the gates. They're off now. They're racing. The heavily backed Classic Magnus, the first to jump away. Pure Excitement. More Schnitzel commenced well. Driving forward is Empire Rain, although quite wide. Billy Ain't Silly's 5 and 6 deep as they hit the first corner right off the track. In behind those soon after the start, Big Break went forward, getting back Noble Scott, being followed by Al Capone. Katie Missile, then came Just Striking, who's second from last, and dropping towards the rear of the field is Wins a Lot. They settled at the 700 mark, and Billy Ain't Silly continued to press on. He eventually cleared them. Billy Ain't Silly, the big betting drifter, leads at the 550. Big Break up at its girth, second, a length and a half more Schnitzel. Over on the outside, Empire Rain had got into a beautiful posse. Classic Magnus, after jumping in front, is now back fifth on the inside. Pure Excitement going up just in advance of it, though. And then a further 2 lengths behind them came Al Capone. Billy Ain't Silly led them 300 from home, though. Kicks a length and a half to more Schnitzel. Down the outside is Empire Rain. Classic Magnus winding up. Billy Ain't Silly's the leader, approaching the 100. Billy Ain't Silly a length and a half clear. Think it's got them done here. Billy Ain't Silly, it's going to do it all of the way. So the third winner, another big blower in the market, but is too good. Gets home to score Billy Ain't Silly. Second placing Empire Rain, and third more Schnitzel, followed by Classic Magnus. In behind them, Noble Scott, followed by Al Capone. A long way back to the tiring Big Break. Wins a Lot. Pure Excitement, Just Striking, and pulling up a distant last is Katie Missile. Well, so far the tale of the day is that if they're betting alarmingly, if they're drifting alarmingly in the market, they're getting the money. Billy Ain't Silly. Jerry Noski for the Cole Webster stable. Back to the midweeks. Fine win. 5 and 6 deep, settling, hitting the first turn before eventually striding clear and holding them comfortably at bay. Empire Rain, a solid debut, ridden by Chris Parnham, and back on the inside, more Schnitzel with a successive minor placing. And Classic Magnus, who they backed from 420 into 235 like there was no settling, jumped quickly, drifted back, settled about fifth, brought to the middle of the course and plugged home. All honours with Billy Ain't Silly by I'm All the Talk, another individual 2-year-old winner here for I'm All the Talk this season. Done a fabulous job out of Tiara Mac for Bill and Patricia Robinson, trained by Cole Webster, ridden by Jerry Noski, scored by 1 length, 1 1/4, second and third. The time 1:13.36, and peeled off a 34.96 final 600 split. The runner-up, Empire Rain, is by Manhattan Rain from Flying Fitter, by Flying Spur, trained by Dan Morton and ridden by Chris Parnham. Third, One More Schnitzel by Schnitzel from More Stories. Sean McGruddy in the saddle there for trainer Trevor Andrews. 2-5-1-9, Classic Magnus back there in fourth place. The next of the day at 2:20, the Perth Racing Club membership handicap over the 1,000 metres. Number 9, the scratching, Lassie Star, a field of 8 to do battle. It's been the tale of the day. The drifters continue to just peel off the wins as we head down now into the yard. And this had schooled terrifically in the trials before its first up run behind all-day session. That was a Saturday class race. Back to the midweeks this afternoon and has got the job done.
Certainly has, Darren, a big drifter in the betting, but one man who I don't think would have been shy in his confidence is Colin Webster. How much confidence did you come here today with?
Yeah, I did. On his first up run, Brits, he was unlucky not to win really first up, and that was a Saturday meeting. Dropping back to a midweek, I thought he had a really good chance.
Seen what your 2-year-olds have already done this season. I remember speaking to you before this horse debuted, and he can really run with the best of them, can't he?
Yeah, he certainly can, Brittany. He's a very free-flowing horse, and as you can see, he's very leggy and immature yet. If he has to spring out and comes back, I think we'll see a real racehorse.
Do you plan on putting him out now or giving him another run?
I'll probably give him another run, Brittany, and then we'll give him a good break.
He was wide just that little bit early. Did you always want Jerry to press forward and find the front?
Well, I was hoping he wouldn't be that wide. I thought he'd get to the front easier than that, but it was a good win because he did at both ends, as you know. So, I was pretty impressed with that effort.
Sign of a good horse when they use those couple petrol tickets early. Well done.
Thank you very much, Brittany.
Colin Webster, he's got another nice 2-year-old on his hands. Billy Ain't Silly taking out race number 3 months. Jerry Noski.
Thanks, Britt. I've got Jerry after the win of Billy Ain't Silly. Jerry, on debut, he was a super run.
He was super green, but we knew he would have been first up, and he took a lot away from it. Like, it sharpened him up mentally a lot.
You had drawn a pretty sticky gate today. What were your thoughts in the first couple of strides? Because there were a few horses kicking under.
Yeah, I was a bit filthy the first half of the race because I was just wanting to just sit anywhere but where I was, pretty much. He had to work all the way to the 800, but yeah, he sort of proved what we thought he would do. Do
you think in time he's going to be a better chaser?
Yeah, definitely. He's only leading now because he's still got that 2-year-old scared sort of fresh feels, but once he settles down next prep, he can probably sit midfield back anywhere.
Congratulations, Jez. Well done.
Cool, thank you.
Jerry Noski and Colin Webster combining with Billy Ain't Silly, taking out race number 3.